URCHFAB. It's going to be part 35 on the mongrel build. I've just spent the last hour hoovering my workshop, which is the only way I can actually get the dust off the floor in here. My dream is to have one of those workshops with the like pristine gloss painted floors. Most guys dream of a shiny Ferrari. I dream of a shiny workshop floor. But speaking of paint, box of goodies here, some free stuff. My favourite part about having a YouTube channel is getting sent free stuff. And my second favourite part, is obviously all my subscribers. Because if you weren't all watching it, then no one would send me anything anyway. So this is from Trans Spares, and they do like paint supplies and everything. They're going to be supplying all the paint for the mongrel, which is really cool because if you've ever painted a car, you'll know that it adds up pretty quick. That's one of the reasons I generally don't end up painting stuff. Well, the main reason is because I can't paint, save my life, but the other reason is that it's really expensive, so I usually end up just leaving them all ratty and rusty. Or I've got some more weld-free primer because I'm out of that. It's got some etch primer so that I can, as I go through and do each repair, I can just etch prime it. So I've never actually used this stuff, but everyone always raves on about it. I'm going to do the whole underside of the car in that. Got loads of it. So that will seal all the bottom of it up nice. So thanks to Trans Spares for that, sending me this stuff out. And if you do need any paint, stuff for your car, they do, it's all mail order anyway, so they'll be able to sort you out wherever you are. And I'm hoping to get a friend of mine to paint the car, but he's done any of my projects I've done in the past that have been painted, he's painted. He's a really good painter, but he's ignoring my calls at the moment. He doesn't actually do paint work anymore, he does like house renovations, so I don't think he's that keen on doing it, but we'll try and rope him into it. So first thing I'm going to do is just get some etch primer on all this bare metal bits that I've done. Right, so plenty to do over here. We'll sort this piece out here, put a little piece in there. And then we've got like a double seam here, and this is all rotten on this edge. So I'm gonna cut it off, hopefully in line with the where it sort of folds underneath, and then probably just weld that straight to the bit underneath. Obviously we've got to do something with this repair here. We'll just hackle that out. But first thing, we'll just start cleaning some bits up. This was welded inside and outside, double reinforced. So it's a souvenir there. If anyone wants it, you could hang it on the wall. It'd be like modern art. Alright, so I've got all this cleaned up, and I'm just, all I'm doing really is looking for the quickest and easiest way to repair this. I don't really care what it looks like. It's underneath the car, it's never going to be seen, so I'm just going to be sealing this up, patching it up, try and do it in a way that's not going to create too many traps for water and stuff like that, so that hopefully it won't rust out again in the future. And all of these like cavities are going to get filled with wax oil and everything like that once it's done. So I think I'll just make a little piece to go in here, and then I'll weld that piece to the piece below it, and then I'll just put a little piece in to join this probably, rather than, I don't want to overlap the layers, you know, where possible, because it's just another seam to rust in the future. So I'll just bring it out to just where I can join these two. This is all going, but I'll probably make a strip that will follow this around up to about this height. So I'll put a new piece in around there, and then just join this straight up to that new piece, and that'll be that bit fixed. And patch this in. Again, I'm not looking to do anything that's particularly nice to look at. I just want to put a patch over it, know that all the rust is gone. Shredded wheat bite size today. It's going to be our first patch. Transfer that to a bit of steel. Alright, just transferred that onto a bit of steel. That's just going to sit in that corner like that. She's in. This is all 1.5 and all this is a lot thicker, so you can just go full plough. No need to pulse, just I'm going to make this piece now. Eat more cereal. Bran flakes, Morrison's own brand. Living the high life. So what I'll do when if I'm just plating over something, and I don't really care what it looks like, I will overlap it, but like, I'm only overlapping it by like a couple of millimeters, if you can get away with it. And then when you burn the welding, you can pretty much burn the two together and you'll still have like zero overlap, because anywhere where you've got an overlap joint is just somewhere for it to rust in the future. Even with a fraction of an overlap, you can I'll be able to weld that continuously. Whereas if you butt weld it, you're gonna have to be sort of like pulsing it. So just like fraction of an overlap, and then we'll just beat that into place, plow it in. Alright, that is all I'm doing for today. Nothing nice to look at, but as I said earlier, I don't really care what it looks like, just want the rust cut out, and hopefully that's not going to create any water traps or anything like that the way I've done it, or overlap bits that are going to rust out. A few people have asked about stitch welding, whether I'm going to stitch weld the chassis. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I am going to do a few like key areas. I'll do around the suspension mounts and around some of the subframe mounts, but I'm not going to do the whole chassis, because it's not really going to be much gain from it. It's not a rally car, and also it has a lot of like bolt-in braces that go all underneath, so a few little bits of stitch welding with those braces is going to be plenty strong enough. Thanks again to Trans Spares for sending me out the paint. I'll put a link to their site in the description. And yeah, it's going to be a good day when I get to under-seal all this and it's all completely finished. Little way off that yet, but I don't think it'll be that much longer. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.